Good morning, dear students. Welcome to math video class. In this video, we are going to continue chapter 12 ratio and proportion. This is part 6 video. In this chapter, already we have completed ratio, proportion and continued proportion concepts. And today we are going to start unitary method. First, you should know what is meant by unitary method. First you have to find the value of one unit and then you have to find the value of required number of unit is known as unitary method. Now let's see some examples based on unitary method. In NCERT math book exercise 12.3 question number 1, if the cost of 7 meter of cloth is rupees 294, find the cost of 5 meter of cloth. First you have to write the given data. Cost of 7 meter of cloth is 294. Now you have to find the cost of 5 meter of cloth. Already we have discussed about unitary method, right? Unitary method means first you have to find the value of one unit, then you have to find the required amount of unit, right? First you have to find the 1 meter of cloth, then you have to find the cost of 5 meter of cloth. Now I am going to find cost of 1 meter of cloth. Here meter of cloth is known value and cost is unknown value, right? Yes. So 7 meter cloth rupees is 294. Do cancellation. Both will divisible by 7th table. First you have to consider 29. 7 fours are 28. Remaining one you have to add with 4. You will get 14. 2 sevens are 14, right? The cost of 1 meter cloth is 42 rupees. Already we have found the cost of 1 meter cloth. Now you have to find the cost of 5 meter cloth. For finding 5 meter cloth you have to do multiplication, right? The cost of 1 meter cloth is 42 rupees, 42, and now we are going to find for 5 meter, right? Do multiplication, you will get answer as rupees 210. So the cost of 5 meter cloth is rupees 210. In exercise 12.3 question number 3. If it has rained 276 millimeter in the last 3 days, how many centimeter of rainfall in one full week? Assume that the rain continues to fall at the same rate. In 3 days, 276 millimeter, right? You have to find the rainfall in 1 week. That is 7 days, right? First you have to write the given data. For 3 days rain is 276 millimeter. Unitary method means first you have to find the value of one unit, right? Your question is for one full week, that is 7 days, right? So now I am going to find for 1 day. Here rainfall is unknown, number of days is known, right? For 3 days the rainfall is 276 millimeter. Do cancellation, both will cancel in 3 table, right? So 9 3s are 27, remaining 2. So measure of rain in 1 day is 92 millimeter. Now you have to find the measure of rain in 1 week, which is 7 days, right? For 1 day the rainfall is 92 millimeter, right? For 7 days means you have to multiply it with 7. You will get answer as 644 millimeter. But your question, they asked how many centimeter. Now you have to convert 644 millimeter into centimeter. Already you know this formula, right? 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter. So 1 millimeter equal to 1 by 10 centimeter. Here you are having 644 millimeter, right? So divided by 10, you will get answer as 64.4 centimeter. So 64.4 centimeter will rainfall in 1 week. In exercise 12.3, question number 4. Cost of 5 kg of wheat is rupees 30, rupees 50 paise. Now you have to find what will be the cost of 8 kg of wheat, and second one, what quantity of wheat can be purchased in rupees 61. Two things you have to find, right? Let's see one by one. First, cost of 5 kg of wheat is, you are given data, right? So 30 rupees 50 paise. Now you have to find the 8 kg of wheat, right? First you have to find the cost of 1 kg of wheat. Here weight is known value, cost is unknown value. So 5 kg of wheat is 30 rupees 50 paise. To cancellation, you will get answer as 6 rupees 10 paise. So cost of 1 kg of wheat is rupees 6 and 10 paise. Already we have found the value of cost of 1 kg of wheat, right? Now you have to find the cost of 8 kg of wheat. For finding 8 kg of wheat, you have to do multiply with 1 kg of wheat, right? So 1 kg of wheat is rupees 6.10, right? Now you have to find the 8 kg. Do multiplication, you will get answer as 48.80. So cost of 8 kg of wheat is rupees 48.80. Next, what quantity of wheat can be purchased in rupees 61? First you have to write the given data. For 30 rupees and 50 paise you have purchased 5 kg of wheat, right? Now you have to find the wheat purchased in 61 rupees. So first you have to find the unit value, which is for 1 rupees how much amount of wheat we can purchased. Here amount of wheat is unknown value and rupees is known value, right? So for 30 rupees 50 paise you can purchase 5 kg, right? To cancellation, so 1 by 6.10. No need to do decimal division and all, you just keep as such. Now you have to find the wheat purchased in rupees 61. Already we have found for rupees 1, right? For rupees 1 you have purchased 1 by 6.10 amount of wheat, right? Now you have to found for 61 rupees. So you have to multiply it with 61. So 61 divided by 6.10, right? Here you are having two decimal places, so I am going to multiply it with 100, both numerator and denominator. You will get answer as 6100 and divided by 2 decimal place you have to keep. So you will get answer as 610. 0 and 0 cancel, 61, right? To cancellation you will get answer as 10. So 10 kg of wheat is purchased in rupees 61. Question number 7. Cost of 4 dozen banana is rupees 60. How many bananas can be purchased for rupees 12.50? For 60 rupees you can buy 4 dozen bananas. Then you have to find for 12 rupees 50 paise how many bananas you can buy. First you have to write the given data. Number of bananas bought in 60 rupees is 4 dozen. Already we have studied 1 dozen means 12 items, right? Here you are having 4 dozen. So 4 into 12, 48 bananas. So 48 bananas can be bought in rupees 60. Now you have to find for 12 rupees 50 paise, right? Unitary method means first you have to find the value of one amount, then you have to find the required number of amount. So here rupees 12.50 how many bananas you can buy, right? So now I am going to find for rupees 1. Here number of banana is unknown and rupees is known value, right? So you have to write as denominator. For 60 rupees you can buy 48 bananas. So do cancellation. Both will divisible by 6 table. Yes. So 8 6 are 48. Here you are having 10. Again I am going to divide with 2. You will get answer as 4 by 5. Keep as is. No need to do any decimal division and all. Keep as is. 4 by 5. So number of bananas bought in 1 rupee is 4 by 5. Okay, now we are going to find number of bananas bought in rupees 12.50. Already we have find for 1 rupee, right? For 1 rupees 4 by 5 bananas you can buy, and for 12 rupees and 50 paise means you have to do multiplication, right? So now I am going to do cancellation. 5 here 12 you are having, 2 times 5 will move, remaining 2 you have to add with 5, you will get 25. So 5 times 5 5s are 25, right? So 0 have to add. Now 4 into 2.50. If you multiply it means you will get answer as 10. So 10 bananas it can be purchased in rupees 12.50. Next, example 15. A car travels 90 km in 2.5 hours. First, you have to find how much time is required to cover 30 km with the same speed. And second, find the distance covered in 2 hours with the same speed. First, you have to write the given data. A car travels 90 km in 2.5 hours, right? So now I am going to find the how many number of hours. 2.5 hours means it's a mixed fraction. You have to write as improper fraction. So 2 2s are 4 plus 1, 5 by 2 hours. Already you know, right? 1 hour means 60 minutes. 5 by 2 hours means 5 by 2 into 60. Do cancellation, it's 30, right? 5 into 30, 150 minutes. So 2.5 hours means this is equal to 150 minutes. Next, how much time is required to cover 30 km with the same speed? Already we have found for covering 90 km, it will take 2.5 hours or 150 minutes, right? Now you have to find for 30 km. You have to find the time, right? So first you have to find for 1 km. Time is required to cover 1 km. Here time is unknown value and distance is known value, right? So for 1 km, for covering 90 km, it will take 150 minutes, right? So do cancellation. Next 15 and 9 both will divisible by 3 table. You will get 5 by 3. Time is required to cover 1 km is 5 by 3. Time is required to cover 30 km. Already we have found time required to cover 1 km is 5 by 3 minutes, right? Now for 30 km means you have to multiply by 30. Do cancellation. 3 and 30, right? 10 times. So 5 into 10, 50. So total 50 minutes. The unit is important, right? Minutes. So 50 minutes is required to cover 30 km. Next, find the distance covered in 2 hours with the same speed. Now we are going to find distance covered in 2 hours, right? So first you have to find for 1 hour, then you have to find for 2 hours. First I have to write the given data. Distance covered in 2.5 hours or 15 minutes is 90 km. It's a given data. Now we are going to find for distance covered in 2 hours, right? Unitary method means first you should find for value of 1 unit. So now I am going to find for 1 hour. 1 hour means how many minutes? 1 hour, which is equal to 60 minutes, right? Now we are going to find for 1 hour, right? So the time will come as denominator. So 150 minutes. 150 minutes will take for covering 90 kilometer. Do cancellation, 0 and 0 cancel it. Next 9 and 15 both will divisible by 3 table. You will get answer as 3 by 5 kilometer. Just keep as such. Distance covered in 1 hour is 3 by 5 kilometer. Next, now we are going to find distance covered in 2 hours. Already we have found distance covered in 1 hour or 16 minutes, right? Now we have to find distance covered in 2 hours or 120 minutes. Distance covered in 1 hour is 3 by 5 kilometer. Now we are going to find 120 minutes, right? So you have to multiply it with 120. Do cancellation. 1 here 24. So 3 into 24 is 72 kilometer. So distance covered in 2 hours is 72 kilometer. That's it, students. We completed our chapter 12, ratio and proportion. Today we have discussed about unitary method and we discussed 5 word problems, right? Write these 5 word problems in your math class book. After completing your class book, take photo and send to edistar.6@gmail.com. Thank you, students.